just got a couple questions for you.
Question, ask it. Hey, why you got the mask on?
Because it's just where I work. I need to make sure that our identity is concealed.
Why is that? Were you guys hiding the cleanest water in the world?
No, that's it. Hey, what were you calling the news for yesterday, Joe?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you need me? What, am I allowed to call the news?
Yeah, you can.
Did you hear the recording?
I did hear the recording.
Then what do you think I called the news about?
Well, it was something about Disney World and the children.
Have you called Orange County?
I have not.
Why not?
Because I'm trying to get some information.
Orange County's got all the information you need. They arrested him. What do you want me to do?
Well, it seems to me that you're the expert of it.
I'm not no expert. You must be the expert. You got the mask on.
Yeah.
I think you should go get a judge warrant if you got to ask questions.
Well, if
why are you guys hiding the cleanest water in the world and I got kidnapped the day of the Boston bomb?
Joseph, these gentlemen have to protect.
I just want to ask a simple question. How come you're not investigating my case? And now they filled out a fake police report, and why don't you go pull the public records in Tampa with Judge Wolf?
Yeah.
Why don't you go do that?
Joe, listen, man, I'm not here to do any harm to you.
Yeah, you are. You got a mask on. No cops ever come up to my house with a mask on.
Yeah. I understand your concern with that.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, man. How come you guys keep kidnapping me and my family and all this shit all through this Boston bomb? How come you don't know nothing about, but you know where I live?
I'm trying to come here and ask you about, Joe.
Well, why don't you send me a letter?
Send you a letter for what?
Whatever you want to ask me.
About what?
I don't know. You're the one with the questions.
Well, yeah, I just need to know what you're calling the news about for yesterday.
Why don't you go listen to the message?
Do you know that if you continue to call them over and over and over again?
Are you asking me to stop calling the news?
I'm asking you to stop harassing them.
How am I harassing them? I'm asking about public record information. Why isn't it on the news? Are you protecting Disney?
I'm not protecting Disney.
Well, you got a mask on. I think you are. What's your name?
No, I'm not protecting Disney.
What's your name?
I'm a detective with the sheriff's office.
Over here in Lee County?
Yep.
Okay, so that's fine. How come Mike Scott's hiding this thing for so long? How come I keep getting kidnapped? All the cops tell me on the beach if they mention it, they get fired. What's that about?
Who told you that?
Why should I say the name? So you can go get them fired?
No, I wouldn't get nobody fired.
How do we know? You got a mask on.
That's
Joseph,
true.
I don't have a mask on, and I never heard what you're talking about.
So I don't even know who you are. What's your name?
I've been out with you on several occasions. You know me.
So how come you're still hiding the water from the kids?
I don't hide anything.
Well, how come you guys aren't arresting these guys that are doing this and blowing Boston bombs to raise my bond? Why'd my bond go to $300,000 right after I emailed Governor Scott in a foot jogathon?
Sure, that's what I'm here to talk to you about.
Why don't you go pull the public records? It's in 5 courts.
You're speaking broad terms, man. Why don't you?
It ain't broad terms. This has been going on 5 years. You guys are a bunch of criminals, man. You coming up trying to scare my family again with your masks on.
Nobody's trying to scare your family.
What do you want? You want me to stop calling the news? Is that what this is? The news is more important than the water?
If you're calling for legitimate purposes, I don't have a
What's
problem.
more legitimate than people hiding the cleanest water in the world to the tap when tap water is based on cancer rates? What's more legitimate than that?
Well, I guess nothing. But yesterday it was something about Disney and them kidnapping children.
Why don't you guys, grab your phone right now and call Orange County. Call them, let's do it. I want a video. You call Orange County Police right now and ask about the arrest.
Okay.
Why don't you do that?
Whose arrest?
Why don't ask the names? I don't pick the name. It's in the articles. It's on the internet. Go to the internet and Google it.
Okay.
Did you see it on the internet yet?
I seen the news.
Did you call Orange County?
I seen the article, but I didn't.
Did you call Orange County Police? Because we did.
Yeah. And what did you get out of it?
They said they arrested him 3 days ago.
Okay.
So why are you coming here and asking me? Why don't you ask them?
Well, also yesterday you were at the school filming as well.
What are you talking about, man? I didn't go to school. I got my tires changed at Tire Kingdom. What do you care?
You posted on your YouTube that when you were.
Oh, so you're all in my YouTube, but you don't know nothing about the water and the Boston bomb stuff.
Right.
Right. And it's all in courts.
Aren't you trespassed from the school, Joe?
I wasn't trespassing. I was in public right of way.
You are? How about yesterday? Were you in the public right of way yesterday?
I don't remember.
You don't? Well, your YouTube video.
I dropped my kids off.
Well, it was there during the Christmas
What do you
party.
want? What are you trying to do, man?
I'm just trying to find out.
What do you want? Tell me what you actually want.
What are you calling this? What were you calling the news for yesterday?
What do you want?
That's what I'm asking you.
I'm trying to ask them how come there's news all over the internet about Disney and a pedophile ring when everyone likes to go to Disney World. We were thinking of going to Disney World this Christmas.
Were they able to answer your questions for you, Joe?
Who? They kept hanging up.
Yeah.
They kept hanging up. Didn't you hear it?
I did hear.
So why'd they hang up?
I don't know. I can't answer.
Why don't you call Orange County?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with you contacting Wink News if you have a legitimate purpose.
That's not legitimate?
It is, but I'm saying the continuous over and over telephone calls.
Oh, so you're here because Wink News sent you here?
No, Wink News did not send us.
Then why you care about Wink News phone calls?
Well, because I'm here to investigate possible harassment over the telephone.
Oh my God! Why don't you investigate the water supply in the Boston bomb game?
Okay.
And why don't you investigate Cobra? You know what Cobra Stobbs is?
Who?
William Cobra Stobbs?
No, tell
He's
me.
a bounty hunter. All you smart Scott knows him. Sheriff Scott Israel knows him.
Tell me
Why don't
who
you go
he is.
look about? He's a bounty hunter.
For who?
He actually works for Broward Bail Bonds.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you go look him up and then come back and ask me some questions?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure that you know you're not going to be any threat to your son's school over there anymore.
When was I ever a threat?
Well, that's what I'm asking. You were over there.
Do you got a-
yesterday
you got a
cursing at
threat?
The principal and all that stuff.
Have you seen a threat? Have I threatened anyone that you got proof of?
No, not yet.
Then what
Not
are you
as of
talking
yet.
about?
But you're
I've
riding-
never threatened the school.
You're riding on the fence, Joe.
Yeah, what fence is that?
The fence where you're continuously.
How long
calling
you been
with
working
things
at
and
Lee
all that
County?
stuff. This is my 10th year.
Okay, so you're tenure there. You got tenure. You're a good old boy
Well, I don't know about that.
with a mask on.
But I do my job.
All right, well, listen, man. Whatever it is, tell me specifically what you want me not to do.
Well, specifically, I would ask you, one, to stop calling Wink News.
Okay.
If you're doing it for a legitimate purpose, I guess you have the ability to call them if you want.
Okay.
But
Maybe
the
I'll have
repeated
other people
calls-
call.
But the repeated calls for no reason is not going to work out. That's
Okay, then that's fine. I won't call Wink News ever again because I ain't got no respect for them anyway.
Okay.
All right, what else you need?
All right, just as long as you're adhering to the trespass warning that you have over at your son's school too, because I know you were over there yesterday.
I'm allowed to drop my kid off for
You
school.
are allowed to drop them off and pick them up. Yes, I am aware.
And why is there a trespassing?
I wasn't familiar with that situation.
Why are you
Joe.
over here asking me all this shit and you don't even know about that?
I'm just telling you. I don't know the details.
All right,
to
so
that.
I'm going to do what you asked. I'm going to stop calling Wink News and whatever. What is the other one?
The other one was just adhere to whatever you're supposed to be doing as far as the trespass goes.
I always do that.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to do something.
What's that, sir?
Why don't you come out and do a water test at the ranch?
Okay. Out at your ranch?
Yeah,
At your property?
yeah.
Okay.
And bring Mike Scott.
What would that show me?
That would show you the cleanest water in the world to the tap, which what happens when that goes on TV? Guess what that happens? When Wink News would have put it on TV, guess what happens to you?
What's that?
Everybody moves here, and guess what happens to the millage rate?
What's that?
It stabilizes. Guess what happens to all the cops and teachers?
What's that?
They get raises.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, that would help us out.
Yeah, that would. I'm helping you out, but you're over here with a mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm
And you
not
don't know
here-
nothing about the Boston bomb, huh?
No.
Okay, let me ask you, have you ever heard of a Mr. Let me ask you this. I'm sitting here on bond with Mosaic Fertilizer's chief counsel, Greenberg Child, the biggest attorneys in the world that we fired.
Okay.
Sheriff G, who just quit up in Tampa, good old boy,
Okay.
all of a sudden has me arrested for cyber stalking, and they're the victims, and I'm out for $500 on a misdemeanor. Big deal. Because I'm whistleblowing the resource under this farmer's land that everyone hid, including Tampa McDill Air Force Base, okay? All right, so a year goes by, I really didn't realize what I had, so I had BPOL consultants come on the site. They do it down the whole video on April 3rd, right?
Okay.
All of a sudden, he goes, they were deleting emails off the screen. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, we've never seen water like this on the planet. It's an antioxidant. Take a shower, you soak in a liter of water. That's when you're getting your cancer. So the homes suck if they ain't on this water.
Yeah.
Okay? So all of a sudden, 12 days later, it just happens to be Boston Marathon morning, right? At 10:54 a.m., I just Google Herschel Vineyard, ahead of DEP. I go, now I know why you're not paying attention to this water. I got the cleanest water in the world, meteor impact zone, blah, blah, blah. Boom! 5 hours later, the Boston bond blows. My $500 bond goes to $300,000. Then Judge Dominguez recuses himself. Okay? While they're attacking the land, but they had a bad mortgage. They got caught up. So we got the number one resource in the whole world right here, and I got you in a mask telling me not to call Wink News.
Okay.
What
Well,
are
I'm
they
not
for?
telling you not to call them. I'm just telling you you have to call for a legitimate purpose. If you're just calling over and over and over again, that can become a problem for you.
How many
Joe.
times did I call him?
Yesterday, she said you called up to 10 times yesterday.
10 times. Me, personally.
Yeah, well-
You got proof of that?
Well, it came from the telephone number that you're associated with.
Oh, so it couldn't have been anyone else.
It may
Was
have
there a kid call? Did a kid call about
Yeah,
Disney?
yeah.
A kid called about Disney. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
you're...
you had one of your children call as well. I seen that on video.
Yeah,
as
well, maybe I'll have all the beach kids call today. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
All right, Joe. Well, good talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, good talking to you, man.
If you need anything, man, just let us know. And
Yeah, I need you to take off your mask and identify yourself like a true man.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks,
All right,
Joe.
see you later, man.
All right.